Hi everyone, welcome to the Mango Experience. In today's episode, we're going to break down the process of making these traditional fermented vegetables that we call Kienyeji vegetables. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I will be continuing with this fermentation series.
So with me here, I have a few vegetables. This one is called mchicha. You can see its leaves. And then this particular one is called stinging nettles. This one is very bitter. And then this one is called nchunga. Now this is one I discovered when I moved to that Kienyeji. This is one of my vegetables that stood out to me. It's very bitter. It is very, very excessively bitter when it is fresh. But when it's fermented, it's amazing. It looks almost like grass. That's so fascinating. All of these vegetables look differently. So when you go to the market, the way to identify them is by how their leaves look like. You can see this one has this thing in this. It has a lot of flowers. It looks almost like a cocaine or some weird green ghosts. And then I have this one here that is called Renda. Renda is from the Nuya region, but this one is very slippery. It's like called, it's almost like vodka. Very it's very slippery. It is a texture that I really love. So I'm very excited to make this. Now, most people have, their own ideas of how they're supposed to mix this type of vegetables based on maybe how they grew up mixing them. But so it depends on what I take in the market and what I feel like doing that way. But I always make sure that they have something bitter. In this case, I have two bitter options. The chunga and the stinging nettles. And then I always make sure I have an average tasting peachy. I don't mean to be a hater, but it's just one of those veggies that just flat on the palate. And then this one brings in something different because it's slimy. So the first step in making these veggies is separating them from their stems, which is a process that might take a while. So you really have to commit some time to this step. The general rule of thumb is that you take one piece of veggie. By the way, is this part eaten? I've never known ever since I was a kid. This is stinging nettle. This is how the leaves look like. We need like 5 or 6 divided leaves. But I don't know if this is usually eaten. Personally, I don't put it in my food, but I don't know. If there are people that eat it, comment down below and tell us if you do. You have to keep some of the stem. Although I've been told that I tend to remove a lot more of the stem, there are some purists who eat with a lot more stem than I do. I feel like that's a clean stem, right? I've done a fair job of it. To really look like grass. The first time I saw them, I was like, okay, what is that and how come I have never tried it? And I feel like it's so easy to make it because you just do this and then shit. But it's so much fun to do. Just sliding your hand across it like this and then hand. That's what you mean. The first time I came to my Indian, I went to the market and I saw these vegetables and I was like, what is that? I had never seen them before in my life. And they were so striking because they look like grass. I see they look sort of like grass and they were bunched up and being sold. So I was wondering, are these people eating grass? And I was told it's a local veggie. It's very bitter, very, very bitter. But the locals over here, combine this one, chunga, with mchicha, or another variety that is called munarbo, which is different. But I usually combine these two together, and then they boil this for a while. They boil it, drain it out, clean it again before they mix with this one, because I feel like this one you can eat, but it's still crunchy. It's very tasty. Every region combines their vegetables depending on what is locally available.
So after thoroughly rinsing my vegetables, it's time to now cook them. These veggies tend to have a lot of dirt, so you have to rinse them out very thoroughly. I'm just going to load them into this clay pot. And the reason why I'm cutting it like this as opposed to going through the natural method of frying, it's simply because my grandmother used to do it like this. Some things you just don't change, some things just remain the same. So it's an easy way of making everything in one pot. Ultimately the food is going to cook and they're going to mix, right? Then I'm going to use 3 tomatoes. Remember, this food is going to be cooking for the next like 1 week or so. So all these things that I've cut, they're not really small in size, but by the time the week is over, they're going to have disappeared inside the dish basically. I won't have really big chunks of tomato like this. They're going to completely disappear. Well, not disappear, more like they'll get really cooked, really cooked. So after that, I'm just going to add some oil on top. That's enough. And then salt. And now I'm going to cover this and let it cook for about an hour. I'll just cover it and let it cook. You can add some water to it, but when I was rinsing out the leaves, I left them a bit wet, so they're going to produce their own water. And ultimately, I'm going to add some milk halfway through the process. So at this point, I don't really feel the need to add any more water. The vegetables are just going to produce their water themselves. So I'll cover this and let it cook for roughly an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Smells so good, so good. Oh my god, it reminds me of my childhood, like that scent, the scent of the clay the scent of the clay and the veggies is just, oh my god. So this is how they look like, and you see I told you that the veggies will produce their own water. There was no need for me to add any extra water, and they've cooked down to almost half their original size. This smells so good. This smells addictingly good. As you can see, our tomatoes are well cooked, our onions are well cooked. So this is a very simple way of making these vegetables. At this point, I'm going to add in some cream that I have been collecting from my milk. This is natural cream. And then I will cover it again and let it cook together with the cream. But oh my god, this smells like heaven. This smells so good. It's even making me hungry. So yeah, I'm going to cook this again for a few minutes and I'll check on it later. So at this point, I'm going to add my milk, about 1 cup of milk. And look at that, it's so pretty. It looks so nice and it smells amazing. God, it smells so nice. So over the next 7 days, I'm just going to let these veggies sit in here. Anytime I want to eat them, I'll take out the portion that I want to eat and add some more milk. I take out the veggies, add some milk, take out the veggies, add some milk, and I will also have to boil them every day to prevent the growth of bacteria, bad bacteria. Of course, you're growing bacteria here. The lactobacillus from the milk is going to ferment these vegetables. So in the process, the bacteria is going to eat the veggies, certain fibers in the veggies, and then convert them into new compounds that we can now eat. So it's going to transform the taste of the veggies. Remember when I started this, I said there are certain veggies that are way too bitter to eat when they are fresh. So when you ferment them with milk, the bacteria from the milk is going to break down the vegetables and create new compounds that are more palatable, and it's going to transform the flavor of these vegetables. You can already see, I don't know if you can see well enough, but if you can already see the slimy, the mrenda that was slimy, the vegetable called mrenda. It's already working its magic because these veggies look very slimy, which is what I wanted. I love that slimy texture. So yeah, I'm going to let this cook down for like 10 minutes or so. Covered, of course. I don't want them to lose any sort of moisture. That's why I'm cooking them covered. I'm going to cover this for the next 10 minutes, let them cook. And then yeah, that will be all.